Hey everybody, Scott here. I'm going to be drinking a 2019 tea today. It's a ripe raw blend. Um, it's called Ebullient. I don't know if I pronounced that. I don't know if I've ever actually heard that word spoken out loud before, but yes, this is a blend of ripe tea and Dehong Yesheng wild purple tea. And it's kind of a redux of the 2016 wild purple green mark, which is very, very similar. And that tea has been kind of selling steadily. I didn't make a lot of the 2016, and people really like it. And so I thought last year, in 2019, I would make a new version. And it's a little bit different, a little bit unique, but we're going to cup it and go through it and talk a little bit about how it tastes and this kind of style of tea, which is not a common style of tea. I'll say that. Let's see, let's put going here. Got my cups all set up. They're kind of not very well. They're not dirty either. I drank some ripe tea this morning, so I'm just gonna use this to do the wash. But yeah, I don't remember where I tasted it first, but I had a ripe tea with a little bit of sheng cha in it. I don't know, probably 15 years ago, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And at the time I didn't really think much of it because I remember that it was also newish ripe tea too, and probably not super high quality, but it was interesting. It was definitely like a unique thing. The other thing that's interesting, which is even less common because it really requires the tea factory to be creating it, is like a half, they call it banfajiao tea. We used to sell a few that were made by the Pu-erh tea company. We had like a 1999 Pu-erh. Then later on, I think we had like a 2005 or a 2006. And now we have one made by Hailang, he had a small batch Yiwu plantation tea, I believe plantation tea, doing basically like banfajiao, which is like half. I think it's about half the number of days that a normal wet pile requires. So it's like 20-something days as opposed to 45 days or so. And so basically imagine a very, very green ripe Pu-erh, not very green like, sheng cha or raw Pu-erh, but something, basically in between. And that's again why they call it banfajiao, or half wet piled or half fermented. So, but again, this tea is not that. This tea is just simply ripe tea with a smaller amount of sheng Pu-erh, and in this case, a yesheng wild purple Pu-erh. And one of the reasons why we did this kind of like violet colored wrapper here, a little bit purple, to kind of give a feeling of that. And I don't know if you can, this is starting to open a little bit. I don't know if you can see that there, but I'm sure you can see the green in there. And the aroma is really nice because it's got both, and it's just, I'm a fan of ripe and raw. That's the thing. And so for me, like, this is really nice. It's kind of like ripe with a kick. But again, we'll drink it and let's do some. Hot. Gotta be careful. Don't want to burn my tongue right in the beginning of the session. No, I've said that a million times, but it's still good advice. Oh my, what a day. Work, wake up. 6 o'clock in the morning, still dark outside. Went for a walk with Lucy right as the sun was coming up. Beautiful. Nice, beautiful morning. And then just came back and just, worked. And finally not getting to tea. Although I did drink a little bit of ripe tea earlier. Had a little break. So I guess it wasn't all work. But yeah, I've been blending a lot of the ripe teas that we're going to press in 2020, and I've basically got about 10 ready or so that that are ready to be even have decided on the wrappers as well, and I've got about 10 ready that are ready to be pressed pretty soon. So that's really exciting. Next is going to be getting the Sheng Pu-erh teas, tasting through those, choosing those, blending those, and that's probably, like the blends and things like that, we might not be really settled on those until May. Pressing probably May and June. So it's definitely a slow process, but that's the thing. We're not really in a hurry, and Pu-erh doesn't require us to be in a hurry, which is really nice. Actually, let's go ahead and put this one in here. Try not to bang the guy one because the microphone's down there, right underneath the table. I was trying to get Lucy to come drink tea with me, but she's like really, she's like, I've noticed as she gets older, she tends to breathe heavier and heavier all the time. It's funny. Well, not really funny, but. Yes. I love it. I love Yesheng Cha. Even in all its bitter young glory, just like the pure Dohong Yesheng that we sell. But to blend a little bit of this in, it's just so. It just gives the ripe, this little sharp, just a tinge of bitterness, and there's all this sweet fruitiness as well, which is really nice. I really like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this one ages. I think it'll age as well or better than the 2016 Wild Purple Green Mark. Oh man, it's getting me. It's really hot today. It's like going to be like almost 90, so I'm just already feeling it just outside and feeling the heat. And it's actually one of the reasons I'm not sitting outside. I was like, oh, I was going to sit outside, and then it's like, I guess I could sit in the shade. It wouldn't be that bad in the shade, but in the sun, it's really, I'd be wearing a full hat and everything. I'm really, Nice. That really came together a little bit more. The ripe and the Yesheng are coming together. There's almost like a dark chocolate kind of bitterness to it. I just like this. And this isn't for everybody. I mean, that's the thing, is it's going to be, if you're like a big ripe fan because you think because ripes are easy drinking and flavorful and stuff, I wouldn't say you won't like this, but get a sample, definitely. If you're a Sheng fan who also likes ripe Pu-erh, then you probably would like this. But again, it's unique enough that I feel like the steep is really long. It's good. This should be interesting. Remember that. Actually, let's go ahead and reboil. Get the water set up here. Oh my. Let's see if I can find Lucy. Lucy, come on. Go, Charlie. She's too tired. Oh, there's an ant crawling on me, and it's one of those ones that will leave a big welt. There's some really nice mineral aspects to this tea as well. This is kind of getting me thinking about doing a half-half. Not a Banfajiao, like a half wet piled one. That would be interesting to do. I might be able to talk to a couple of people that we get small batch ripes from, who could maybe do something like that for us. They probably could. just ate this leaf. Something's about not using a... But I'm kind of thinking actually of doing like a ripe raw blend, like a 50-50 blend, because this is ripe heavy for sure. And it really works. So again, I haven't really done that many 50-50 blends, but I think with some spring 2020 Maocha, Shengpu, and some of the ripes that we have available, I might try it. I think it's doable. I think that it would be... Oh, another leaf in my mouth. I think that it would be doable, and I think it would be something that probably would age more gradually, that it would take longer for it to kind of, you know, gel, as it were, you know, to come together as a whole. But maybe not. I'll try it. I will try it. We'll see. We will see. I'm certainly open to the idea. I like, you know, I mean, it's fun to experiment with blending and even just things that you would normally kind of like not really blend together, like ripe and raw, or just certain things. I was thinking of making like a Yopan Shengpu blend. That would be interesting. And I'm pretty sure it would be a first. Oh wow. We just went through 5 steeps there. I do want to say that it's really consistent across steeps. This one I pushed a little bit, but actually it didn't come out too strong at all. It's really nice. And the thing about this tea is it's very active in the mouth. You've got a mouth-watering effect. You've got a lot of the things going on that you would have with Shengpu, with raw pour, but it's ripe pour. It's very much a ripe pour in terms of its character, but in terms of its feeling, it's got a lot of raw pour characteristics, as it were. Let's go ahead and get this in. Steep number 6. I'm doing pretty good here. We're not losing any color. I just kind of keep having it boiling over there and kind of reboils the water over and over again, which isn't great, but I don't know. It works. I'm used to it. I've been separating out my water because I went and got a bunch of alkaline, like really nice water, filtered. I don't do spring water because it's really here. I'd have to be throwing away like gallon containers like every other day, and got some alkaline. I got about 40 gallons of alkaline water like 3 weeks ago, and that's it. And that was kind of like the time where I kind of just stopped going out. But yeah, I've only been using that water for tea, and I use a Berkey filter for just like, I have well water and it's actually not bad, but I like to filter it through the Berkey filter to remove any kind of like hard stuff. But it wouldn't be great for tea, although at some point, who knows, I may end up having to just use that. Solid, sweet, full. It's still got that bitterness, which I like. It's just this feeling, mouth-watering, and it's not drying either, too, which is really nice. You would think that something that like this might be bitter, that's bitter and it's tanniny, but it could be drying, but it's not at all. All right, so steep number 7 here. We're slowing down. We're taking long steeps. This is definitely a tea that I would say does pretty well for multiple infusions. Being primarily a ripe pour, it does quite well. I would say above average, and that's probably. I think that definitely the Shengpu bolsters it quite a bit, so that's nice.
Pardon me, I'm gonna yawn. Oh my gosh.
There's something about it. There's something about all this tension that I carry, you know, like when I'm busy, you know, I carry it in my face. I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people do too, but I think I just carry it around, and when I drink tea, it's kind of like, it just kind of comes out. It's like, for some reason, it shifts my brain just enough that, you know, that I'm not focused on that, and I don't have this tension, you know, like it just kind of kind of releases itself, I think is what it is, and I think that's one of the reasons I yawn so much.
Maybe because I'm talking
Without taking breaths, that can be it. But I mean, you know, gotta get what you pay for. If you're gonna watch this video, you're gonna more of me talking and less of me talking about Lucy, which is my favorite thing to talk about. So it's really, really hard for me to not talk about Lucy. Lucy, come here. Lucy. Nope, she's not coming. She's really not coming. She's just like right over there. She's like, I don't want to come over there. I like this tea. I really do. I'm kind of tempted to make another. Maybe I'll make another same area blend, like I made so anyways, yeah, I think it's over here. Let's grab this, because we should talk about this one too while we're at it, because I don't know if I'll do a video on this one too. This is Dizzy. As you can see, it's like it's a big balloon, which is, I love this wrapper. I love this wrapper too, don't get me wrong, but this one just makes me laugh. And so I called it Dizzy because it's a powerful tea. It's a Oolong ripe tea with and again, it's a ripe raw blend like this one, similar level in that it's mostly ripe and less raw. But Dizzy is Oolong, and so it's Oolong ripe and Oolong raw, which is really cool. So I would check that one out too, and it's really good. Even though it's Oolong, it doesn't have the level of bitterness that this Yesheng Cha has. But the thing about Yesheng Cha is that the bitter ones, they age into sweet, very full-bodied teas relatively quickly. So I would definitely recommend also that you just try the 2016 Wild Purple Green Mark, which is, you know, so it's 4 years now. And that one has just enough age on it that if you're somewhat bitter averse, it won't be as much as intense as this one. And again, for me, this one's not intense, but again, I'm not bitter averse at all. So, and that's fine. You know, I mean, if you are, you know, everybody's got different tastes. So that's one of the reasons why we have such a variety of teas, because people like different things. And, you know, I like those things too. I like all kinds of varieties. That's the joy of this incredible world that we live in right now, is that, this incredible world that we live in is the, you know, just the incredible variety of, you know, music and art and tea and food and people and opinions and everything. It's pretty incredible. I mean, I'm glad people don't agree with each other. You know, I'm also would be happy if people didn't, you know, were in each other's throats either. But, you know, gosh, agreement. Everybody in agreement would look really boring. At least in terms of, you know, preferences and things like that. In terms of, like, you know, being nice and, you know, not killing each other. That would be nice if we were in agreement on that. But that kind of goes without saying, I think. All right. Done with my philosophy section. All right. Well, we got another steep here. We got, what's this, number 9? Is that right? Did I skip this cup? Yeah, I skipped this cup. This cup is cold. Number 8. This is actually number 8. Gotta keep track here. Can't let things slide. Nice. And now, so it's really interesting because I feel like both the teas they kind of merge into this kind of more just very pleasant, sweet, creamy taste here. And it took quite a few steeps to get there, which is nice. I think, again, the addition of the Yesheng raw pour just really gives it a lot of, strength and longevity as well. Excuse me. Very nice. I'm very happy with this tea. And dizzy. Don't feel bad there. Two pigs. I love it. I love it. You're the pig. It's interesting. I was thinking about You're the Rat, and it's like you think about what's going on with all the pandemic and all this stuff. It's like rat. It's like it's the rat. And it's like, wait a second. No, it's not the rat. It's people. And not rats, but maybe bats. But anyways, I guess rats in Chinese culture, and like the people that are born in the Year of the Rat are like thrifty, industrious, and intelligent, which is really interesting because I think given what's going on right now, it's kind of like, I would think that, if you really have the character of the rat, being thrifty, industrious, and clever, it's probably a really good thing to character to have. So it's interesting. I was thinking about the Year of the Rat, and I thought, well, maybe rats have their place too, and it's not I don't know, just my 2 cents about rats, but how I see them, because I'm going to be putting rats on all. There's going to be a lot of rats coming out on the wrappers this year, so be prepared for that. Rats and mice. So it'll be nice. There's lots of great designs. If you haven't seen the designs already, I'll try to remember to link in this video to the winning designs and the designs we're going to use, or you can just wait for them to come out. It won't be too long now. Well, I think that's pretty much going to be it. I'm going to sit here. Let's sit for 1 second. Let's see if I have anything else to say. Nope, not really. Let's just go ahead and drink this. Whoops. Ooh. Let's see. Put some more in here. Drink this in a few minutes. I'll step away and then come back and drink it. And so this is good longevity in this tea. It's fairly aggressive for ripe tea, definitely, but it's really well balanced too. So and it really steeps and steeps and steeps. And again, this is just going to improve with age. That more aggressive character of it will mellow out fairly quickly within a few years. And again, so check out the 2016 Wild Purple Green Mark. We also have a 2016 Green Mark, which is not Yesheng. It's a ripe raw blend as well. So with Dizzy and Ebullient here, which is the one we're drinking, we've got 4 now in our catalog. So that's fun. And check them out. If you're not sure, get a sample because it's a pretty unique tea. Good stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.